Nina. What's up, y'all? Welcome to Broad Street. Welcome to episode 260. Welcome to the NFL Draft Kickoff edition of B.O.B.S. with your boy Cool Cat Connor. How everybody doing? How everybody doing? Yeah. There you go. So let me do what I do. But shout out to y'all, man. What up, Big Zay? We got a poll, y'all. And it all leads up to the word of the day. But before we get in the word of the day, I need a favor from y'all. Let me move the poll on the other side so I can see your comment. So I can see your comments. What up, King? Shout out to everybody, man. Now, before we begin, good thing I saw your comments. Let's do what we always do. And let me tell y'all to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, like, subscribe, and comment. Birds of Broad Street YouTube channel, all of our channels, me, Simone, One Troy Rock, and Smitty. And the whole crew. Shout out to everybody rocking with us, man. The word of the day is draft. With the 23rd pick in the 2026 NFL Draft. That's not it. This is it. My bad. I'm all over the place. Here it is. We're 72 hours away from the NFL Draft, and the Eagles select 23rd. Trigger.
Ew.
Shout out my brother, man. The word of the day is draft, man. So let's hear it from you. With the 23rd pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Philadelphia Eagles select who?
That's tough, man. I feel like our draft needs is edge rusher. I'm gonna go offensive lineman and safety. So I'm going best available. And I'm praying I mean, I don't think it's gonna happen, but I'm praying that Kenyon Sadiq slide down to 23. Like something happened unforeseen, he slide down to 23. Because if I'm Howie, or if I could get up to like at least like 19, 18 ish, I'm going up to get him, man. He gonna be one of those generational talents at the tight end position because you can flex him. I mean, you got to work on his inline blocking a little bit, but he runs like a 4-3 at the tight end position. It's like, and the way the NFL is set up now is a passing league, man. I feel like he gonna put up heavy numbers in a sturdy offense. So I'm gonna go get Kenyon Sadiq. I'm trading up to get him.
Yeah. Is he an O lineman?
No, he's tight end.
Yeah, I would go tight end too, but I will also go O line because that's Howie Roseman's specialty. But I'm with you. I would go tight end in this draft too. So y'all let us know who y'all want in the draft, what position. I'm still waiting for my question answer. What? Oh, you talking about AJ? Hold on. Reports coming out that Kenyon is being highly pursued by the Chiefs. Makes sense to eventually place Kelsey. Big Zay. The Philadelphia Eagles are selecting. What's your thoughts on what Alex has, Trey?
I'm look if that's the case, I'm good with that. He's an offensive guard, but he could slide out the tackle. I think he played a little bit in center too, so he's versatile. So if that's the case, yes. If he's there, I think he's going to go a little bit earlier. But if he's there, I'll take him too.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind if we take him as well, man. So yeah, y'all keep it. Y'all keep it up. Hold on. All right, we can do a broad. It's been a while since we did a Broad Street call-in. Uh, been a while. Pace. It's been a while since we did a Broad Street call-in. Just don't make me regret it on some of y'all's. Don't make me regret it. Let's see. He played 3 positions in the interior. So it's something to think about, man. Something to think about. So let's go ahead and let's get to the news of the day, which I really don't want to talk about, but it's out there, man. AJ Brown likely being traded to the New England Patriots. Trey, what's your reaction?
I mean, it's still not set in stone. But look, if it was to happen, I mean, look, we gonna have to move on, man. It's like, yeah, I feel like AJ Brown, he kind of did it to himself. Like he kind of forced his way off this team. And look, if he don't want to be a part of the team, there's no point in keeping him because I don't think he's gonna play his hardest. So I mean, I think we move on. We pick up a receiver in the draft, and if that is the case, that's that.
Right. You think we pick up a wide receiver in the first round?
I don't think first round. It depends on who fall there. There's a lot of wide receiver talent in the draft right now, but I feel like the top guys are going to go higher because there's a lot of wide receiver needy teams. So I feel like we could pick up a steal in probably the second, maybe early, maybe third.
Yeah. Let me see. AJ already purchased his home. Yeah. For me, I really just don't care anymore if AJ Brown stays or goes, man. Like, if he stays, great. But at the end of the day, like I said on Cool Cat Mitch, I'm just tired of talking about it. It's like they're using this as a way to scapegoat Jalen. It's like this, that, and the other. Like, if you don't want to be here, I get it. Just come out and say it. It's like I'm tired of turning on the TV and people talking about AJ. It's like sooner or later, it just gets annoying, right? It's like it's whether it's on TV, whether it's the radio, it's like it just get to the point where it's annoying.
I agree, man, and I feel like it's going to drag out all the way until June 1st because we're not trading them before that deadline. So that's going to be that's going to be the talk of the town for a while. So I mean, once June 1st hit, or I mean, really the summertime, because they don't have to trade them exactly on June 1st. So I mean, we're gonna see. We're gonna see what this all season got in plans for AJ Brown, and if because in my opinion, right, and this is
Uh-huh.
my opinion, um, I feel like I said, this organization they treated AJ Brown well. Whatever they had going on in house, they had going on in house with the coaching and Jalen or whatever, but overall, Howie Roseman and Jeffrey Lurie, they treated this man well. So it's like now we're gonna I'll make everybody work for it. I'll make work for it. I'm getting a first round pick out of it, maybe a third, and a good player. Now y'all want him that bad, y'all willing to give all that up, that's fine. But if not, I would force him to stay on the team. Even if you're not gonna play, you can sit out the whole year, that's on you. But they treated that man well, bro. They paid him handsomely. I think he got 2 contracts with us, right? If I'm not mistaken. Or
Yep.
we paid the rest of his old one, and they gave him a new contract. But they treated him well, bro. And for him to act the way he acted last year, it was like that. It was childish. It was real childish. It was real immature. And I mean, look, at the end of the day, like I said, even if the Patriots y'all want them that bad, y'all willing to give up y'all first round pick, probably third round pick, and a good player, y'all could get them for that. But we not giving them up for no lunch meat. Y'all tripping.
Right. What up, King?
What
Welcome
up?
back
What
to
up? What
Broad
up? What
Street,
up?
bro.
What up, y'all? What up? Um, I'm with Trey. I'm with Trey wholeheartedly because you get this guy a contract extension. He, a Super Bowl championship. You got a Super Bowl MVP throwing him the rock and everything like that. I don't understand why you would want to leave that and go somewhere else. I don't see Drake May doing the same thing as Jalen Hurts. I really don't. I don't see that. I don't see him being comfortable where he feel like that he gets along with the head coach. I don't see that being uh a situation where he thrives at. You know what I'm saying? I think he's all about self right now. Remember, going into last season before the whole Kevin Patullo experience and things like that, he was saying that he was trying to, get his stats up, be one of the top receivers in the league. To us, I feel like that he is, regardless of how this goes. But at the same time, a lot of people don't think he is. A lot of people got CD Lamb over him. A lot of people got the guy that won the Super Bowl, the wide receiver, got him over him. Got a lot of these guys is over AJ Brown in these guys' eyes. We think that AJ Brown is like top 3, but AJ Brown is AJ Brown, and AJ Brown has been calling for certain things like this for the last couple years, and it's been a topic. It's been a hot topic, and unfortunately, this is what it come down to. And I'm already ready for him to bounce. Honestly, I think that a lot of people, a lot of content, Eagles content creators are saying things like, "Is Devontae Smith a number one?" I'm like, of course he is. We've been saying this for years that he's a number one. So why are we talking about the draft and all that? Think about how many people that we brought in the top 30 at wide receiver. Think about how many people that we just signed at wide receiver. The Hollywood Browns, the Elijah Moores and things like that. We're prepping for this. This was the plan all along. And the Eagles just made it so obvious, especially with the Howie Roseman and Nick Sirianni presser a couple days ago. They made it known that, hey, he's still an Eagle for now. Basically, that's basically what I got out of it when he said he's still an Eagle. I didn't get hyped when they said that he was still an Eagle because that's what it is. That's what it is. I think that he's the either the backup plan or he's the plan to try to get something that we need. And I said it on my channel, on my new channel, because I do have a new channel now.
Yep.
If people want to subscribe, but
Mm-hmm.
I said it on my new channel. I said, look, I heard a lot of talk about that tight end that's supposed to be, the high commodity coming out of the draft, right? So I said, okay, well, would you trade AJ Brown for that tight end, or would you trade AJ Brown for a need like a safety or a defensive end? And I said I probably would, because you don't want to disgruntle AJ Brown throughout the season if he's not getting a rock the way Sean Manion's offense runs. It's more so like
They spread the ball around.
Three or four wide, and then the tight ends get involved and things like that. He's going to be disgruntled, so you don't want to deal with that again, especially not. And then Howie Roseman, Jeffrey Lurie, and Nick Sirianni don't want to deal with that with a first-time offensive coordinator like Sean Mannion. They don't want to have him deal with that shit. So yeah, I feel like that AJ Brown needs to go. I really do. He did well here while he was here, and yes, he's going to go down as an all-time Eagle. But for right now, if he want to go, let him go.
Right.
We also gotta understand that AJ Brown is still under contract with the Philadelphia Eagles. They don't have to trade him. They don't have to trade him.
No, but he can hold out.
He can hold out. Let him do it. That's really getting their money back, honestly. Because if he hold out, he getting fined every game, every practice. They're gonna get their money back in blood.
Just like Hassan Reddick. Yep.
Right. They're gonna get their money back in blood. So if he want to do that too, but he did that to y'all last year. Like, look, we just returning the favor. Now you a year older. You didn't set out the whole year. You a year older. You didn't forced your way off of two teams. Because mind you, he did that in Tennessee too. He forced his way out of there.
Yeah, damn.
Just like he's doing us now. So it's like at the end of the day, it's a business. We don't have to trade you. We're gonna do it. We might do it because, like, look, the mutual respect we have, but we don't have to trade you because you're under contract. What can you do? You can't sign with another team. You can sit out the whole year, but that's gonna be on you. You're gonna be hurting your own pockets. So it's like, I mean, like we seen this with Le'Veon Bell. Mm-hmm. Remember Le'Veon Bell held out the whole year with Pittsburgh. He sat out the whole season, and they fined him. They got their money back. Now, I don't think Jeffrey Lurie, that type of person, he gonna let him go because he don't want to hurt the chemistry of the team. But at the end of the day, he is under contract. We do not have to trade this dude, no matter what he's talking about.
Right.
Yep. So I asked Smitty this, I think, last episode, and I want to bring this to you guys when it comes to QB1. Is Jalen freaking Hurts the most polarizing quarterback in the National Football League? We'll go to the King.
I feel like this, right? The whole all season, especially after the AJ thing died down a little bit because of the Diana Rossini / Mike Rabel situation. After that died down, they started throwing it towards Jalen Hurts. Think about it. We haven't really seen them talk about the Seahawks. They just won the Super Bowl, and we haven't talked about the Seahawks. We talked about Jalen Hurts, we talked about AJ Brown, but Jalen Hurts is a big camaraderie because at the end of the day, you're gonna hear all the things. He can't throw. He's not a leader. He's not a locker room guy. He's not this and that and the third. But the pictures that he posted on his Instagram show different.
Mm-hmm.
He's uncoachable. The pictures on his Instagram show different. Then when you get to that one video where as though that they talking about, hey, what was the play called there? They said that Jalen Hurts called the 4 verts, and everything like that. I don't think Jalen Hurts really did that. I think that Jalen Hurts didn't like what Kevin Patullo was trying to do. This is why he had that glance at Nick Sirianni. Basically, it was almost like the 40-year-old virgin scene with Kevin Hart and them, and he was like, "Yo, this is your boy." That's basically what it was, because Jalen Hurts is like, "Yo," and he has the right to. He's a Super Bowl MVP, Super Bowl champion, and he did nothing but win as a starter in the league. So he has every right to sit up there and be like, "Yo, challenge this. Like, what are we doing here?" Because we're trying to win this game. We had the opportunity to win that game. I'm still mad about it. But at the end of the day, Jalen Hurts is putting all that to rest, basically saying he's uncoachable. He's basically calling out not just the media to me, he's calling out the organization, because the organization should have kept Scott Loeffler. I hope I'm saying his name right, but they should have kept him because he had that chemistry with that guy. He has that chemistry with that guy, and he's not talking to anybody else. So now he's learning what he will want him to do. And then now when we get to training camp, now he got to learn this new offensive quarterback coach. He got to learn that. And he has to learn what Sean Mannion wants to do in his system. He has to learn that. That's difficult in itself. And a lot of people don't understand when they talk about Jalen Hurts and not being able to throw 4,000 yards or not being able to do certain things. They don't understand how many times these coaches changed on Jalen Hurts. So yes, I will sit up there and say that he is. I will sit up there and say exactly what you said. He is, because they're looking for his downfall more than picking up the people that they claim that's better than him, but hasn't experienced anything polarizing more than him. Like, they haven't went to the Super Bowl, NFC championships. No. Only person that been in the championship was Burrow, and Burrow went to the Super Bowl and laid the egg. So he didn't finish the job. So that's what I'm saying. Jalen Hurts, like I said, if he sit up there and we win in 2022, he's a 2-time MVP. He's a 2-time Super Bowl champion.
Yep. Trey, what's your thoughts about is Jalen Hurts polarizing?
I'm gonna say two things. I'm gonna say Jalen Hurts is polarizing because, first of all, he's a Philadelphia Eagles quarterback. It's Philadelphia superstars get treated different in the media, and I don't know why this is. Mainly quarterbacks, the best player on the basketball team, baseball team. It's just a Philly thing. I don't understand it. It's been like that since I was a kid. Probably Cool Cat was a kid. DV was a kid. It's like you gotta think back. Cunningham, Donovan McNabb, Carson Wentz, Vic, when he was here, like all of them got heavily criticized in the media. It don't matter what happened. Like, so I think that's one. And I think it's also the mystique of Jalen Hurts. It's like he don't really give too much up in the media. Everything you hearing is from so-called resources. It's like they really want to figure this dude out, and he won't give him a chance. On the football field, they say a lot of stuff like he can't throw, he can't do this, he can't do that. But like DV said, he's been winning since he came into the league, so he clearly doing something right. Like, I mean, there's a lot of quarterbacks y'all put on these lists, and they don't got nearly as much accolades as Jalen Hurts. And what y'all say about Tom Brady, his whole career, he was great because he was winning. It wasn't because he had the best arm. He wasn't athletic. He wasn't none of that. He was winning. He been winning. That's all Jalen Hurts did since he been in the league. He never had a losing season since he been in the league. It don't matter how they end up turning out, but he never had a losing season since he been in the league. And they trying to figure out, damn, we done seen the Cam Newtons, we done seen all these dudes, and they had nearly as good as a career as Jalen Hurts had so far. And he's only been in the league, 6 years? So it's like, it's crazy, bro. Yep. It's just the mystique of Jalen Hurts. Yeah, I think it's the mystique of Jalen Hurts, and he's a Philadelphia quarterback, so he's going to get talked about. Period. So that's my thoughts on it.
Yep, for me, he is polarizing. I mean, Colin Cowherd said that the AJ Brown's going to a good a great franchise quarterback and a head coach talking about them. You got Stephen A. blaming AJ Brown not believing in Jalen Hurts is the reason why AJ Brown want to be traded. You got Danny Parkins saying that the Eagles are going to regret letting AJ Brown go, and he's talking about Jalen Hurts. Then you talking about the article. Then you talking about after we lost to the 49ers. It's like, and like you said, King DV, and I'm gonna ask you guys in the chat, and I said this. Have we heard anything about the Seattle Seahawks after he won the Super Bowl?
No.
How about Sam Darnold?
Strictly Eagles.
How about Sam Darnold?
It been just strictly Eagles because they waiting for the Eagles' downfall. The fact that it's not only just Jalen Hurts, it's not only just AJ Brown. They don't like Howie Roseman either, or what he does. A couple days from now in the draft, he what he does in the draft and what he does in the offseason, he does get over on other GMs and all that. He does. So they don't like that either. But here's the thing with Jalen Hurts, it's almost like everything was against him and he prevailed against it. So now they try to throw more on it. Like, okay, he won a Super Bowl. Can he do it again? Can he do it without AJ Brown? But can he do it without this? Can he do it without that? This is what they're doing. I heard everything. You know, I'm streaming on all platforms and all that. Not even streaming, but I'm on all platforms. And they all say the same thing. He can't throw through the middle.
Yep.
He can't do this. Oh, he couldn't do it without Saquon Barkley. He did it with Miles Sanders, and Miles Sanders had a 1,000-yard season. Why? Because of Jalen Hurts. People have really got to really know football because he did it. He made Miles Sanders a 1,000-yard rusher. Mind you, when the offense was stagnant, who picked it up? Jalen Hurts. Yes, they want to talk about the fumble in 2022, but he picked it up. And we had an opportunity to win if the defense would have held, but they didn't hold. They didn't hold. Then on top of that, you got 2024 season. Okay, they took away Saquon Barkley because Saquon Barkley had a historic year. And what happened? Hurts exploited Spags. That's why I don't think the Kansas City Chiefs has a chance anymore, because if you got somebody on the AFC side that can sit up there and be like, okay, well, we could mimic what the hell the Eagles did to them in the Super Bowl. That's what it is. That's what I'm saying. Jalen Hurts is really the blueprint for black quarterbacks. He's really the blueprint for this generation black quarterbacks. I ain't gonna say past generations, but this generation black quarterbacks. Because I was told that Tua was going to win the Super Bowl with, before Jalen Hurts. I was told that dual threat quarterback could not win the Super Bowl. I told all that. Jalen Hurts did that. So that's why I said he is the pinnacle right now. I'm not going to say he's the face, but I would say that he's the most important. He's the most important quarterback right now because that's all they talk about. That's all they talk about. And they talking about, oh, he didn't get this extension and all that. Neither did Burrow. Neither did Justin Herbert.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't get the extension. So what are we talking about, really?
Exactly. Go ahead, Troy. You want to add on?
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of piggyback off what DV said. Like, at the end of the day, it don't matter how you get it done, long as you're getting it done. And Jalen Hurts said that since he came into the league. Honestly, he's like, it don't gotta look pretty all the time. I'm worried about winning. Like, I don't care if I throw for 90 yards and we win the game. We won the game. So that's kind of another thing that these so-called critics don't like about the dude is he's not flashy. He don't do it flashy. He's not throwing for 300, 400, 500 yards a game. He's putting his team in position to win. No matter if like the defense carrying us that game, we got to make 2 or 3 plays to win the game. That's what's gonna happen. It's like so. I mean, like, and we brag about a lot of dudes, like, and the dudes we bragging about, they've been in the league way longer than a lot of them been in there longer than Jalen Hurts. Like Lamar, Josh Allen, all these dudes, they still ain't win. They ain't win nothing. They ain't win nothing. They got what MVPs, stuff like that. But the ultimate goal is the Super Bowl. They ain't even touched the Super Bowl. This year that just passed, this was Josh Allen's best chance to win the Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes was hurt. A lot of teams was hurt. He still couldn't get it done. Jalen Hurts was beating dudes at full strength. At full strength. So it's like, bro, I don't understand it. Like I said, like you're not gonna understand it because everybody want to see the flashy stuff about it. But at the end of the day, my quarterback win. That's all I care about.
Yeah, man. And that's crazy to me, like how everyone is blaming the eight. It's like go on First Take and go on First Things First. Both shows they're saying the reason why AJ Brown wants to be traded because he don't believe in Jalen Hurts. The same Jalen Hurts that threw for him 1,000 yards multiple times. It's just, I don't get it, man. I don't get it.
It's not for you, Cool Cat. It's not for you to get. It's just the simple fact that this is what we've been dealing with for the last couple of years. Think about it. 2022 when we lost. 2023 he didn't know if he wanted to still be an Eagle and all that because he wasn't getting that money. Then we paid him that extension, and then he remained an Eagle. And then when think about the conversation that he Jalen Hurts had with AJ Brown at the Super Bowl. It was awkward as hell. We play it all the time, but it was awkward as hell because he's like, yo, like, you know, we couldn't do this without you. You coming to the team and getting the Super Bowl and all this other stuff. And then he was like, and then Jalen Hurts was like, I love you. And he was like, I love you too. But it was like awkward. Like it wasn't like how it was. And I'm like, yo, y'all sit up there. He's the godfather of your damn child. And like, why is it so awkward? Like, what made you so angry at this person? Whereas though that y'all can't even like conduct business together. It just doesn't make sense. So that's what I'm saying. That the AJ Brown thing is more so about self more than the team, and we don't need nobody on the Eagles about that because at the end of the day, the Eagles are all about the whole team, not just a player.
Right.
So that's why where the comparison comes in there with T.O. and AJ Brown, even though it's not even close. But AJ Brown did tell the truth throughout the season about the offense, but when it comes to Jalen Hurts, he started to challenge that a little bit. Whereas though that the coaching staff was trying to make him a certain type of player, and you've seen that throughout the season. You've seen it when he had the perfect game against the Vikings. You've seen that in the second half of the Rams game. You know, just to name a couple games, you've seen that with Jalen Hurts. Whereas though you take it to the playoff game, the only playoff game we played last year, Jalen Hurts was putting that ball where his receivers could catch it. And AJ Brown, he disappointed. Mm-hmm. He did.
Yep. Let me let y'all listen to this from Stephen A. So y'all can hear exactly what he said. Hold on.
Hurts is a winner. Jalen Hurts wins. Give credit where credit is due in that regard. But you can be a winner, but also not perceived as the greatest thrower of the football. And when it comes to a wide receiver, they want somebody that could fling that damn football. That's what they want. We all know this. And I'm not trying to sit up there and say that A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts' relationship is salty. I don't know. I don't cover the team like that. I have no idea. What I'm saying is that if I'm an all-world receiver, we've won a Super Bowl championship, we're winning football games. I'm not trying to leave that situation if I'm an all-world receiver, and I believe I have an all-world quarterback. At some point in time, We have to, because I know there's going to be an abundance of people that want to come to the defense of Jalen Hurts, whether it's the Kimberly Martins or it's the Ryan Clarks, it's the Swagoos, or whomever. And they're all right to do so. Hell, I want to, because the man is a winning Super Bowl MVP. He outplayed Patrick Mahomes and not one, but both Super Bowls. We get all of that. But somebody has to say, clearly, A.J. Brown, no matter what lip service he gives on Micah Parsons' podcast or anywhere else, he clearly doesn't have the belief in the star quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles that a star wide receiver should have for a quarterback. He doesn't have that belief, because if he did, there's no way on earth he'd be wanting out like he does. There's no way. There's just no way.
King?
I feel like that AJ Brown time in Philadelphia is done because he visited Kensington and Allegheny. You got to be high to think that your Super Bowl winning quarterback that gave you not one, not two, not three, but multiple time 1,000-yard receiving. And you broke records with this guy. You didn't do that with Ryan Tannehill. You didn't do that with Derrick Henry. You didn't do that with these guys. You did that with Jalen Hurts. I don't think it has anything to do with Jalen Hurts, to be honest with you. I think it has everything to do with Nick Sirianni.
Go ahead.
I do think that. I think that the situation that we've seen on camera, in the playoff game and all that, to get off the field and all that, I think that was just like icing on the cake. I don't think that it has anything to do with Jalen Hurts. Like, remember, in the middle of the season, Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, AJ Brown, they had a little mini meeting. Even though some people denied it, some people was like, "Yeah, we had a little meeting. We talked. We're not going to talk about that." I feel like that it has something more to do with the coaching. I really do. I think that he respects Nick Sirianni, but I don't think that he feel like that he can win with Nick Sirianni in that office, because, of course, I feel like that Nick Sirianni took over the office in mid to probably early, a little bit earlier this season, but mid-season. I think that he did that. So I think that AJ Brown looking at Jalen Hurts as the problem is stupid. I think it's dumb. Honestly, I think that he needs to talk to his friend or his old friend, however it is, because you see them coming into Jefferson Health Center today, and you don't even see AJ Brown. You see Devontae Smith. You see Jalen Hurts. You see everybody else. You see Fred Johnson. You see these guys.
According to Mike Garafolo, AJ Brown isn't expected to participate in all-season programs that happened today.
That should tell everybody that's Eagles fans in the chat and Eagles fans that's going to watch this later. He is not going to be an Eagle for long. And if he does be an Eagle for long, then he's probably going to sit out. He's probably going to sit out. And if he does sit out, he's going to lose money like Trey said. And it's just one of those things that you're trying to grasp, like, we're winning. We had a couple down years, but we still had winning seasons. What is the problem? What is the real problem with AJ Brown? You know what I'm saying? And we don't need that. And Eagles organization is not going to deal with that at all.
Yep. Trey, you final thoughts on AJ before we talk about the draft?
My thoughts on AJ Brown is just more of a, like, he gives me selfish vibes. It's more of a, like, all right, you are getting up there in years, but like DV said, it's like you went for 1,000 yards every year you was here, 1,000 yards, 1,000+ yards every year you was here. You don't see dudes like Justin Jefferson crying. He never had a sturdy quarterback. Besides, like, probably Kirk Cousins for like a year or two, but he's a top 3 wide receiver in the league, and he's been playing with mush his whole career. You'll never see him in the media crying and stuff like that. Justin Jefferson never touched the Super Bowl. You'll never see him crying and wanting and demanding to be off the team. Like, bro, it's just certain stuff you just don't do. And what AJ Brown did last year, bro, that shows his character. It shows his character. Like when he feel like stuff not going, and he gonna do that with the Patriots if they come down to it. Honestly, that's just his character. Like, we could go back a little bit like T.O. T.O. was had a great season and a half with Donovan McNabb, but the little stuff, the little arguing and bickering that happens in the locker room, that happens with football teams. If you're around grown men, you're around men for a significant amount of times, y'all going to argue. So everything is not going to go right, and that shows his character, bro. And like DB said, I don't even think it's with Jalen Hurts. I think it's more of an AJ Brown thing. It's like, all right, well, I didn't got the Super Bowl. I didn't been to 2 Super Bowls. Now he trying to conduct his little Hall of Fame path right now. He's trying to go somewhere where they're gonna throw him the football 150 times a year. And you can't do that with Devontae Smith on the team. You can't do that with Saquon Barkley on the team. You can't do that with Goddard on the team. It's like, bro, they gotta eat too. So with the Patriots, who else they throwing the football to if they get AJ Brown?
Mac
He
Hollins.
getting like 15. He getting like 15 to 20 targets a game, bro. He's really on some selfish stuff right now, honestly. And the way that we rocking and rolling right now, we don't need nothing slowing us down. So if they're gonna make this happen, make it happen. When that June, we're gonna see when that June 1st date hit. I mean, what's going on with the trade thing? If AJ and the crazy thing about it is, he did all that talking during the season. This whole offseason, AJ Brown ain't say nothing. He ain't say nothing. So it's like, bro, like, yeah, like you want to leave everybody in mystery. You want to be that dude that's just sitting back and acting like, oh, I'm maturing now and all that. But the whole time you the one that stirred this whole pot up. And what Stephen A said was not wrong. He's outside looking in. Honestly, he outside looking in. Like it makes sense. Like, all right, you got a quarterback. You've been with this dude for years, y'all. He's been throwing you for 1,000 yards, but you disgruntled right now. So immediately you point to the quarterback. Everybody. That's what any team. You point to the quarterback. It's like, all right, I don't really know what's going on, but the way it's looking, all the reports I'm hearing is looking like AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts don't get along. But that could not be the case. Like you said, it could be Sirianni. It could have been anything. It could have been like I just said, like he just wanna go get his numbers now. He already got the Super Bowl. He just wanna get his numbers now. He trying to push himself to that Hall of Fame level. So it could be anything with AJ, man. I feel like he handled this whole situation terribly, and it's gonna come back to bite him in his butt for real. I mean, because in my opinion, Drake May is nowhere near better than Jalen Hurts. So you about to go to this play with this mid ass quarterback that's gonna throw you the ball 20 times a game instead of staying here and winning and contributing to a winning football organization. That don't even make no sense to me. That's why I say I feel like AJ is just selfish, honestly.
Yeah, and to piggyback off of that, you got to take it back to when we played Kansas City last year, and the way Nick Sirianni was hype, and the way that that AJ Brown looked at him, like that. I think that was like the start. Like just outside looking in, I'm thinking that was the start, and then it just trickled down on everything because AJ Brown used to talk highly of Nick Sirianni, highly because things that happened on the field and things like that, Nick Sirianni took, the blame for. And then now it's just like you on Michael Parsons' podcast or during the Super Bowl week, and you're sitting there saying the right things, talking about Charmaine's offense looked great. I can't wait to get back to work at this and the third. But then you fast forward to a Twitch with you and King Henry, Derrick Henry, and some other guy. You're sitting up there allowing him to say, yeah, man, AJ Brown to the Ravens, and you're not saying nothing. Then you fast forward to Grunt and Edelman, and you're basically not stopping that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the writing is already on the wall. We sitting up there as Eagles fans, like we know how great AJ Brown can be, but we're sitting up there as Eagles fans, like Yeah, AJ Brown not going nowhere now. That we gotta stop being delusional at this point, man. Where smoke is fire, AJ Brown is halfway out the door. You know what I'm saying? And we really gotta, face facts that it will be finally Devontae Smith as wide receiver 1 because we were calling it. We said wide receiver 1 or 1A or 1B. We can't question Devontae Smith in his madness because Devontae Smith. He has sit up there and go through injury and all that, and he still will ball the hell out. He ball the hell out. He still had 1,000 yards last season. He was injured. He was hurt. He's skinny Batman for a reason. That's what I'm saying. But back to AJ Brown, like the fact that they like, oh, we gotta replace AJ Brown and all that. I don't think we gotta replace AJ Brown. I really don't. I think that what needs to happen is that we gotta set Jalen Hurts and all. We really gotta settle into the Showmania scheme of things because you got the 2 tight end sets. From what I saw, you got the 2 tight end sets. You got the 3 to 4 wides at times. You still got Hollywood Brown on the team. I feel like that he can open up a lot for a receiver. The fact that you've seen Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith with the Temple receiver says a lot. It says a lot. Like it's right in our face, and we're sitting up there and they're like we're delusional. Like, oh, he not getting traded. Yes, he is. Now to the Patriots, it's highly likely to the Patriots, but it could be somebody else. It could be
right
because he don't really control anything. Because at the end of the day, the Eagles don't really have no leverage. Let's just be realistic. They don't really have no leverage because he's 29. Coming in, what was it, June or July? I think his birthday is. So he's about to be 29. He already had knee issues at the beginning of the seasons, last couple seasons. So they really don't really have too much leverage. So they got to take what they can get at this point. Now, we do need an edge. We do need a safety.
Yeah, because I was going to ask you. Sorry to interrupt you, King. I was going
to go.
Yeah, I was going to ask you. Moving on to the draft with the 23rd pick, what do you think the Eagles is going to do? What is the needs heading into the draft as we are now 72 and some change away from the draft?
Honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's multiple needs because you got to think about Lane Johnson's replacement. If you could trade up to get somebody like Vega, or you could settle in and trade back and try to get another offensive lineman, then I would do that. If not, then if you could trade up somehow, some way, that's what I'm saying. Like if AJ Brown's situation come about and he does go to the Patriots, 9 times out of 10, the 31st pick will be ours, which though the 31st pick and the 23rd pick, we can package that, try to move up, try to get somebody spectacular. Sadiq, we probably could try to get him, even though that's a reach because I don't think we need him. But I feel like that, if you're going to give up a spectacular player like AJ Brown, regardless of his misfits and what he does on the field and off the field, I feel like that Sadiq will fit that mold. And we can play the 2 wide receiver sets, have 3 wide receivers, 2 tight end sets, not wide receivers, tight end sets, have the 3 wide receivers out there, and then let Jalen Hurts ball with Saquon Barkley in the backfield. I'm cool with that offense. I'm cool. That's why I'm one of the Eagles fans and content creators that's going to sit here and tell you that I am not worried about AJ Brown leaving or going. The only thing I'm worried about is if he stays, is he's going to be AJ Brown from the end of the year.
Right.
That's what I'm concerned about. But at the end of the day, I think that going towards the draft, it's multiple needs, and we don't know which way Howie Roseman is going to go unless certain guys fall. And that trade for Dexter Lawrence, that actually helps us a little bit. Not a lot, but it helps us a little bit because then they got 2 picks, just like the Cowgirls got 2 picks and all that. So it helps us a lot to see what they need and are they going to draft best available, or are they going to draft as need? If they draft as need, then it's going to help us a lot. It's going to help us a lot to try to land somebody at 23 if we stay put. Now, remember, last season we had trouble moving up. So I don't know how it's going to be this season. I don't. But, only time to tell. Thursday is coming.
Yeah. Go ahead, Trey.
I'm gonna say that Dexter Lawrence trade helped us in more ways than you think it did. First of all, it got him off the team, and then you got to look at it like impact wise. Him and AJ Brown is basically the same age, and they just got a first round draft pick for Dexter Lawrence. That tells you how the league view great players at that age. So I feel like we still could squeeze out a first one, at least a first. If not this year, maybe next year. And we still could get maybe a high draft pick for him. But I feel like it's more teams banging on the door to get AJ Brown than just the Patriots. That's the ones they keep throwing out there because of Vrabel. But it's way more teams than we think it is. Because who wouldn't want this dude talent wise? Now he kind of hurt his stock, honestly, doing what he did the last two teams he was on. That's, in my opinion, is like, all right, so when the dude get tired, he just gonna force his way off our team too. It's kind of the James Harden effect. Every time James Harden get tired every time James Harden get disgruntled with a team, he forces his way off the team, and that'd be that. And that really defines his career. Outside of all the great numbers and stuff, just like AJ Brown, everybody see James Harden as a choker in big games, and a dude that get disgruntled and forces his way off the team. So they don't really want him on their football team. So it's probably a handful of teams that actually want AJ Brown, but at the end of the day, what they willing to pay for him.
Right.
You willing to mortgage your future on a person that the as soon as this stuff go wrong, and really nothing didn't even really go wrong here in Philly. It's just more how he felt personally. We still was winning. We won every year since he's been here, so ain't really nothing really go wrong besides personal AJ Brown stuff. So how much you willing to give up for this dude that's going to just get upset and just want to be off the team? It's like it's crazy.
Let me ask y'all a question. What would y'all give AJ Brown up for?
Go ahead, Trey. Let me hear you first.
What would I give him up for? Meaning, like, what would we package up to get rid of him?
Like if a team called and said, "Hey, I want AJ Brown. What do you want for him?" Like, what would you give him up for?
I told you what I'm doing. Look, I'm making everybody sweat. Like, yeah, no, I need that first round. I don't care if it's high or late first round. I need that first round, and I need at least a third or a second for him, and I need something next year, and I need one of y'all best players. Yeah, y'all really want this dude? Come get him. I really want him. Come get him. Like, I mean, now, like I said, don't let him not bite that. He gonna be forcing his ass to stay on this team. Yeah. What you gonna do? You still under contract. What you gonna do?
Right.
Don't come in my office. Ain't no way you can swing this. You signed that dotted line, not us. I mean, so like, look, you want to play games? We gonna play games too. Now, if we don't see you the whole year, that's cool. We gonna trade you anyway. Like, go ahead, sit out. You keep working out, get that knee together, and hopefully next year. I mean, I think this is last year in his contract, right?
No.
He got 2 years left, right?
He got at least like 2 to 3 more years.
He got like 2 years left. Oh yeah, no, we playing ball then. What you want to do? You're gonna be out of football messing with us. I'm telling you. Like me,
I think 29. I think 29 is his final year.
Now me, I'm being petty in this situation because, like, all right, what we do to you? Like, now look, they don't want to come get you. You're gonna be stuck here. And look, as option, we don't got to play AJ Brown. Y'all know that, right? He can sit his ass right on that bench and just pout, read your little book, all that stuff. Look, now you're gonna be sitting out for the next 2 years. That's how you build up your little joint, get your little stuff healthy. But after that, no, we don't gotta do nothing with you. You signed that contract, not us.
I'm with Trey, man. Like, give me a first. Basically, give me the Carson Wentz deal. Give me a first. Give me a second, a conditional second that can potentially be a first, and give me a player. And if AJ Brown don't like that trade, oh well, we can hope. I like what Trey said also. It's like either you're going to play or sit your butt on the bench. Because I remember, and this is the New York Giants game, like it is what it is. We didn't have no problem throwing the ball and running the ball versus the Giants, and it was when we was wearing our Kelly Green uniforms. Saquon Barkley still rushed for a lot of yards. Jalen freaking Hurts still threw the ball to teams like Goddard and Devontae and Jahan Dotson. Like, we proved versus the Giants that even without AJ, who was hurt at the time, we could still move the chains. Like, we could still have a consistent offense. So, AJ, it's like you either with us or you against us. That's all I gotta say about that. But I would do the Carson Wentz trade: a first, a player, and a second round pick that could turn into a first.
But Cool Cat, it's different because at the time when the Carson Wentz trade and all that,
right?
Carson Wentz was MVP candidate, and
Right.
he was doing certain things, and he's a quarterback. That's a different position than a
Right.
wide receiver. Number one, number two, like I'm on a tip. Like I'm going to take at this point because remember before I got hopped on here, you was like, "Yo, we're tired of talking about the AJ Brown situation
because it's on every show, every radio station."
Right. But it's going to keep dragging. Period. I'm taking what I could get for this guy because now they already threw his knee injuries into the situation.
How do you know that? I'm sorry to interrupt you, King, but y'all can't beat good teams without AJ Brown. How do you know that?
I don't even know who he a team of. I'm not even paying attention to him.
All right, no. Put that back up there, though.
No. Put it back.
Look, and that means look, because he clearly want to be seen. So let's talk to him. All right. So we can't beat good teams without AJ Brown. Did you watch the season last year? All the games we won, we wasn't targeting AJ Brown.
Facts.
Every time we tried to force feed him, that's what we lost.
Facts.
So how we sound dumb? You clearly don't pay attention. You one of them dudes that just look at media stuff. You clearly wasn't watching the Eagles last year. Clearly, my dude.
Yep.
So
go ahead,
here's my thing, right? Here's my thing about why you he put him on the Summer Jam screen, like put him up there.
Okay.
I'll take you back to the Vikings game. AJ Brown wasn't targeted like that. Think about it. That's around Halloween. They came together. They took a great photo. It wasn't AJ Brown. AJ Brown wasn't involved with the team on and off the field. And then when he was on the field, you got lackluster blocking downfield for Saquon Barkley. You got route, like lazy route running. You got certain things like that. So, like I said, again, from what I said earlier, if it's a Sean Mannion scheme where as though he likes to spread the ball out and things like that, if AJ Brown not getting the ball, are we going to get that same AJ Brown? That's what I'm saying. Like, it will hurt us to keep him, and he said he's going to play and then dismantle the whole offense because he wants to be traded. I don't want that. I want it to be the point where as though that Jalen Hurts could thrive. I think he would thrive a lot more without AJ Brown. I do. I think that it's. I feel like that Jalen Hurts dealt with pleasing Nick Sirianni, pleasing whoever the offensive coordinator is, and then if AJ Brown saying up there saying, "Yo, give me the ball," because he's going to talk to AJ. He's going to talk to Jalen Hurts first because Jalen Hurts is his guy. So it's like, all right, give me the ball. So now you see the force feeding, and that's. Like Trey said, that's how we lose games. Whereas though that if other guys are getting involved, the Dallas Goddard's, Devontae Smith, Jahan Dotson's at the time, you get those guys involved. Darius Cooper's get a couple touches and things like that. That's when the ball moves down the field.
Plus, y'all keep forgetting that Dallas Goddard had his best season as a Philadelphia Eagle last year. That had nothing to do with AJ Brown. That had something to do with Dallas Goedert being healthy the whole season. I think he only missed probably like one game last year. But he 12 touchdowns. I think he had over like 60 catches. Like, look, bro, it's way more weapons on this team than just AJ Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all seen when we start to try to force feed this dude, once he started all the girling, that's when we start losing football games. When we were spreading it around to Devontae, Dotson was getting some catches. Goddard was doing his thing. Saquon Barkley catching out the backfield. It was a natural flowing offense. We didn't have to force feed nobody. Nobody. We didn't have to worry if AJ Brown ain't touched the ball like 3 times. As soon as we start trying to do that, that's when we start losing. That's when chemistry was getting messed up.
And what happened when we were losing and AJ Brown had his touches and he had over 100 yards? He was the first one to address people that wanted in the locker room that wanted to ask questions. He was the first one. Soon as we lose in the playoffs where it was all on him, he's dropping passes and all that, he daps up certain guys and then leave. He don't want to talk. And like I said, I love AJ Brown. I do, because he's misunderstood. But at the end of the day, if it's hurting the team, then I can't be for that. I can't.
Exactly. Simple as that, man.
But yeah, Iceberg Slim. Who your team, Iceberg Slim?
I'm about to say the Washington Commanders, Redskins.
He about to say Dallas or something like that. Like
if you say Dallas,
we done talking about your quarterback, bro. Like look, man.
Yeah, he been.
Oh yeah,
my quarterback going into his seventh. Our quarterback is
Okay.
going to his 7th year, and he had 2 NFC championships, 2 Super Bowl appearances, 1 Super Bowl ring, 1 Super Bowl MVP. And Dakota ranked.
You talk about nobody football is phony, but you sitting up here talking about football. Like, come on, bro. Like, come on. Like, make it make sense. Make it make sense, bro.
I'm gonna say.
You calling us dumb, but if you talk about football, it's phony.
Thank you for watching Iceberg Slim.
Come on, bro.
I appreciate it.
We appreciate the view, man. Yeah, we appreciate the view.
Yep.
Ain't no point in talking to you no more, my dude.
Exactly. So speaking of Smitty, let's go ahead and wrap it up by talking about Smitty. How y'all think Devontae Smith is going to be this upcoming season as wide receiver 1? We'll start with King.
Knock on wood, because like I said, Devontae Smith is one of my favorite Eagles of all time because he don't really complain. Like, he complained last year because the offense was horrendous. We all knew that, but he don't complain. He just goes out there. He plays football. Skinny Batman. He goes up for 50-50 balls. Deep throws. The dagger was him. The dagger was him. I felt the emotion when he was crying when he was home. He caught that pass. We got that Super Bowl ring in his hometown, and that was every day for Devontae Smith. I think that him and Jalen Hurts got closer. I think that if he's the number 1 wide receiver now, I think that he would show up. I think that he would do everything in his power not to, knock on wood, like I said, get hurt and everything. Smitty is one of those guys that deserves the recognition to be a wide receiver 1. A lot of people think he's a wide receiver 2 because of AJ Brown on the team, but without AJ Brown, think about it. That game against the Vikings, he called that whole play against Isaiah Rodgers. He called that. This is what you need, and the believability of the Smitty effect. That's what you need on offense. I feel like that the other guys that we picked up are even who we drafted. We drafted a wide receiver in the beginning of the draft. So be it. But these guys, I feel like that they're going to lean on Smitty because Smitty been there, done that. Heisman Award winner, Super Bowl championship, NFC champion. He's done things in big games, man. The one-hand catch against San Fran. I could name a lot. I could name a lot of games that he basically showed up. I feel like he's one of the best route runners in the league. That's just me. Just watching his footwork, his mannerisms, doing the routes and everything like that. I feel like he's one of the best route runners in the league. I met the guy, cool guy. I met him at a softball game and everything. Cool guy. I feel like that, what was he, 6 foot, 170 pounds,
Yep.
soaking wet.
Yep.
I feel like that he could be the number one wide receiver. It's just a lot of people think that he got to have somebody near him. No, or other side of him. The way this offense is going to be ran is not going to be like the Nick Sirianni, even Kellen Moore or even Kevin Patullo's offense. It's not going to be ran like that. This ball's going to be spread out. It's going to be spread out, and Smitty is going to still get his numbers, but you're still going to have Hollywood Brown. You're still going to have whoever's on the opposite side, and hopefully they start moving Smitty in the slot. God forbid. This is what I always wanted. Smitty in the slot. If Smitty is in the slot, he's gonna cause the same damage that CeeDee Lamb caused. The same thing as what is that receiver from? I got a brain fart. What's that receiver from Seattle? Same thing that he did.
Jackson Smith and Jigma.
Yeah, just like he did. He's going to do the same exact thing, but he needs that opportunity to show and growth. That's what it is. He had what when he was the number one receiver. We had Reagor and who else? I forgot who else we had. But like I said, we got Dallas Goedert back. I honestly trade AJ Brown for
even with the cap hit,
huh? No, post. No, after post, because that's what they talk about after June 1st.
Right.
I would trade AJ Brown because he's going to be disgruntled. He wants to move and all that. He feel like that he can have his own way. Let him have it. Let him have it. Think about it. Like Trey said, I called him on my channel the James Harden of this team because you got all this success, but you're still unhappy. You're unhappy with the Super Bowl. He said it. We sat up there and we were sitting up there saying, "Oh, he still want to go back to work. He still want to do this, that, and the third." No, he was telling y'all like he's unhappy with the Super Bowl. He want to get back to work. He don't want Super Bowl. He wants the Carmelo Anthony and the James Harden things with just stats, and that's what he wants. Let him have it. I would trade him to the Patriots just so he knows that the grass ain't always greener on the other side.
Yeah,
I'll do that. But as far as Smitty, I think that Smitty is already a number one, and I think that this is his time to flourish, especially if AJ Brown is traded or when he is traded.
Yep. Trey?
I'm gonna just say we done seen this with Smitty a million times. Alabama, he sat behind dudes at Alabama. He won a Heisman in college. His first year here, AJ Brown wasn't here. He went for over 900 yards. So it's like I feel like this time he's gonna go crazy. I feel like he's gonna go stupid this time. It's like they didn't counted this dude out. Oh, he too small. We scared he gonna get hurt. He never really was hurt in the league. Never really was hurt in the league. Like he's a smart player. He knows how to protect himself. The dude is a route running technician. He's faster than people give him credit for. Like he's just a football player. It's like so I feel like with this Sean Mannion offense, they're gonna spread the ball around. I mean, that's going to really reserve him. He's not going to be getting 100 targets a game, but when he do get those targets, he's going to make use of them. Like DV said, he can have a Austin Smith and Jigma type season because he's that good of a football player. We didn't see it. The dude went for 2,000 yards in college in the SEC. Everybody say the SEC is the closest to the NFL you could get, and this dude ran roughshod over the SEC. With really nobody beside him because Mechie was hurt that whole year. So the main focus was Devontae Smith that year. And the dude went for over 2,000 yards. So it's like, bro, the dude, look, you put him anywhere in this offense, he's going to succeed. So I got 100% faith in him. And I feel like we're going to put a little bit more talent around that offense. And then it's going to look crazy this year if Mannion the dude we think he is.
Sure.
Yep. For me, like I agree with everything y'all said, man. I agree. Smitty was the number one wide receiver in 2021. had 900 yards. Ever since then, he's been the league leader in receiving yards in the postseason. So I trust Smitty, man. Just help build around him, build around Jalen, and just build around this team, man. That's all we got to do. So, yeah, y'all, we'll be back next week to talk about the draft, y'all. But let's go ahead. Let's give our final thoughts. Oh, and thanks for coming, King. I appreciate you, bro.
No doubt. I miss it. I honestly miss it here.
We
but
miss
yeah,
you too, bro.
Like I said earlier that I did lose my channel. So anybody that want to support the channel again, just click on my profile and just subscribe. I am putting out content there. But yeah, I'm ready for like the autism Eagles autism race. I'm ready for that. I'm ready for the draft, of course. I'm ready for just this off season to start wrapping up to the point where we can get back to football season. But I know it's it's long. It's a long off season because we're still at like late April. But yeah, Jig, I did. So don't do that.
Prayers to King, man. You too, man.
But yeah.
War.
Yeah, man, we slap boxing, but at the end of the day, hopefully y'all still subscribe to the channel. I'm still gonna be pushing our content, still going to go live and talk my stuff about the Eagles. But yeah, it's always fly Eagles fly. At the end of the day, like I said, I'm a fan of the team in the front of the name, not the back of the name. That's why with AJ Brown, like I love what he did when he was here. But if he wants to go, let him go, because I feel like that this offense would be fine. So,
yep, Trey.
I mean, I already know what it is with me, man. Draft coming up, the offseason gonna fly, man. It's gonna fly. We're gonna be in football mode again soon. I mean, once June hit, football back, honestly. So, I mean, I see a lot of people up in arms all the time. I'll be checking the socials and stuff like that. I'm like, man, Philadelphia Eagles fans back at it again. I mean, you know how this go. Y'all know how this rodeo go. But look, I stay even kill. Whatever happened in this offseason gonna happen, bro. At the end of the day, I feel like how we gonna fill the roster for us to compete at the end of the day. So, I'm excited to see what Makuba gonna do once he returns. I feel like we need to bring in like at least another veteran safety. I don't want two young guys back there, especially with the talent we got across the board right now with the Tyreek Woolen, Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean. I feel like we need a little veteran presence back there, I feel like Vic and Howie gonna figure that out too. But I feel like our defense gonna be straight. I feel like offensive wise we cool right now. Even bringing in Elijah Moore, he'll be that gadget dude. He catch a couple passes, get up the field. Marquise Brown could stretch the field. Devontae Smith could do all of the above. So I feel like if Mannion is coming in, he's bringing that balance run pass offense. I feel like we're gonna be straight. We get Saquon back involved, that's open up for the wide receivers, and I mean, I feel like we're gonna be sturdy this year, man. Once August come around, September is coming around, we're gonna be good. Howie Roseman is a guru with these roster stuff, man. He read through the draft, free agency. Like we get panicked, we get up in arms about a lot of stuff, and at the end of the day, we always end up good. So I mean, it's your boy White Trey Rock. I'm out of here. Fly Eagles fly.
Yep, and for me, it's real simple, y'all. You either die a hero or you live long enough to be a villain. Everybody's saying this and that about your head coach, your quarterback, your team, your organization, your fan base. They want us to be the villains. Let's show them how evil the Philadelphia Eagles can with Sean Mannion, with Jalen Hurts, with Smitty, with Shea Sean, with the Philly Dogs, with Kenyan Mobe. They want us to be the bad guy. We the bad guys. And with that, for Moan, Smitty, Trey, your boy, and King DV, Fly Eagles Fly, Go Birds. Make sure you subscribe to all of our channels, including King DV's. And whether it's the thrill of victory or the agony of defeat, you're always welcome to Broad Street. Lights out.